Join us as we leave Australia through the Gold Coast Seaway heading to New Zealand and get absolutely smashed by waves. Hang on.
Going to New Zealand, which is very exciting, but lots of last minute preppy jobs to do. We need two. No idea. We need to get our life raft serviced, very important. We need to fix the shower drain because its gulping is not gulping. We need to top up our gas bottles. We need to book Border Force so they can check us out of the country. We need to get more diesel. We need to do some last minute engine repairs / servicing. And drop off our rubbish, very important. Don't want to start the journey with rubbish. But if you want to know more about how to sail from one country to another country, i.e. the paperwork involved and all the red tape, check out our last video, which has got all the information that you would want.
We have our life raft back. They are only rated for a certain period of time, otherwise you need to get them retested and certified, repacked. And they are all the out-of-date items from within the life raft that just cost us $1,400 Australian to have redone, repacked, etc. So now I've got to reinstall it in the stern of Lukim. I have now reinstalled our life raft. So what we have here, this is a quick release shackle going up to a line there, so we can obviously remove the life raft from the boat. And then this is what's called the painter, which is a rope attached to the boat. You basically keep pulling that out and that will ultimately cause it to fire open. And then you cut that as you set your life raft free of your vessel. Little point though, they say you should always step up and into a life raft. So in other words, do not abandon your vessel unless it has literally sunk or it's on fire. Because there are heaps of examples where people have never been found, life raft is missing, however the boat has then been found sometime later partially afloat. Anyway, we are good to go, ready for our trip to New Zealand.
This is all the leftover bits from our life raft servicing. Interested to know what's in there. Emergency drinking water, which is expired. You'd want to be pretty thirsty, wouldn't you? Seven Oceans. Well, you'd be pretty thirsty, I think, because it's 2 by 5, 10. It's half a litre in each one. Rationing, Jamie. 2 rockets. Did you know in Queensland it's illegal to have expired parachute flares or flares on your boat? Seems like a weird thing. As long as you've got ones in date, I don't know why you wouldn't have ones not in date. 3 more red handled flares, all also expired.
They're lights from inside the life raft.
Oh. Some expired batteries. Oh, but wait, there's more. Avamine. Oh, seasickness tablets. I don't know that that's an essential item of a survival kit, is it? Obviously there's some food in there as well, but that wasn't expired. I'm not quite sure how the food didn't expire, but the water did. Anyway.
Offshore life rafts contain a host of emergency items, including an EPIRB.
Space in Lukimyu's kitchen is pretty small, especially for bench space. Now, technically you could say that there's a table back there and there's the space on top of the fridge and there's the space on top of the laundry cupboard. But really when you're cooking, that's pretty much your triangle of happiness for where you can get things to. So when we moved on board, Jamie routed this out, and that pretty much became my only usable bench space. It's a bit of a pain because it's on top of the sink, so then I just get this little corner of the sink. And then we were on someone else's Lagoon 380 the other day, and they showed us that they had a thing that just sort of slotted into this space. which gave Jamie the idea that if we bought a very large chopping board and cut it to size, we would have more bench space. And so that's what he did today. It's pretty cool. And then when we're not using it, they can both go like that, on top of each other. He's a legend.
We've got Tiff and Dave coming up to the boat to hang out for a few days before we head off to New Zealand. So, not only have we made up their room, we have also made some towel art. Let's see what Denise thinks. Denise, come and have a look at the towel art.
It's very cute. Looks a bit like a Snoopy dog.
I decided to do one more towel art for Tiff and Dave, which is this one. We have a gulper that hasn't been gulping. What is a gulper? I'll show you. This is a gulper. It lives under there. And basically what it does is it sucks water out of, if you like, the drain in the bathroom. And there's a number of non-return valves, so that water obviously can go out, but won't come back in. Because then it joins up with some bilge hoses to go over the side. So I have removed one of the non-return valves, and this is the little guy here after extensive boat yoga. And now we're going to open it up to see if it's blocked and if there's anything inside there. Come on, little guy. Let's come. Actually, not too bad. I'm surprised
We
because
were expecting a Denise Heb.
yeah, well, because it just hasn't been, the gulper hasn't been sucked through properly. So I thought this would be completely clogged, but it's actually not too bad at all. All right, I'll clean this up, put it back together. So I'll do it this way. Okay, this is the boat yoga that I'm doing. I turned the camera more, but there isn't actually enough room for it to turn more. So that's what we're waiting to see if anything comes out of that. That's the little bend that goes through. Oh. Right.
You gonna blow on that, baby? Oh, I can't find you. Where are you?
I'm here. Hello. Alright, so this little guy here is now putting this guy back, do up the hose clamps, get this one on, which might be a bit trickier. Get that back on. Do these up. Someone recently said to us, one of our viewers, said they'd like to see more of the romantic side of sailing. So I think this is appropriate to tick that box because it's very romantic.
I'm feeling the love.
About to test to see if our hard work has worked. Seems to be working. Floor is back together. Bathroom is back together. And gulper is nicely tucked away. And it's all working. And somewhat for reasons that we don't really know. We pulled it all apart, cleaned it all up, put it back together, and now it's working fine. So hopefully that is the end of our problem in the starboard bathroom.
Booked, changed, done. Now we need to go out and get a whole lot of stuff to fix the rest of those jobs.
I am pulling out our gas bottles so that we can get them filled.
ABF have booked us to clear out Monday morning between 8 and 9 a.m. bright and early. And Southport, which is the marina that they use to do the clearance in, have got us a super yacht berth. Look, you'll be very swish. For Sunday night. So we'll go down to Southport on Sunday, which will be a big day of motoring, I imagine, down the seaway.
Hello.
Hello.
I've filled up the tender with fuel, ready for Lord Howe Island and New Zealand. We're prepping to go to New Zealand. What do we know about New Zealand? It's cold. So we have bought some dive gloves because we're going to freeze our ass off in the water. We've bought some dive hoods. Now for people who like to stay in the tropics, this is not really our cup of tea. So this is the joy of dive hoods. To put on said dive hood, open hood like so, and shove your noggin in it.
Today it's all gonna change.
We finally set off on the 38 nautical mile journey through the inland waterway of the Broadwater, heading down to the Gold Coast in preparation for checking out of Australia.
Down, be strong, stand up, 'cause you can crack
6 a.m. on the dot, and we have got away with excellent time on our way to the Gold Coast to check out of Southport. And it's raining and it's cold, but other than that, we're very happy to be underway again. So tomorrow morning, we get to check out of Australia and head off.
is going your way. Today is your day.
We are just doing our last minute jobs before leaving Australia today. We are going to check the oil on both engines, check the belts. Then we're going to get rid of our rubbish. We're going to fill up our water tanks. Border Force coming on board to check us out. Get a little bit of diesel, and then we're off. So let's get in the engine.
Thanks for watching. We'd love your comments about what you liked or didn't like about our prep work, and also if you have any questions about how to prep a catamaran for sailing offshore. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the little bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And if you like the episode, a thumbs up would be great.
We've checked out of Australia and fueled up, and now we are leaving to New Zealand by Lord Howe course. How are you feeling? Excited?
No, you're never excited about a passage. Happy to be going.
Concerned about the seaway bar crossing?
No.
No?
No.
We're going at the right time. We're going at slack tide. And
An hour, or half an hour.
we plan to go half an hour to an hour afterwards, so hopefully it won't be too rough.
We are pacing back and down, up and down, metaphorically. No, actually quite literally, waiting for the Gold Coast Seaway to settle down. We are about an hour after low tide. The water's still moving out, so it's sort of standing up quite high at the bar. So we're just going to go and drive past and have another look. But we might need to pop an anchor down for a bit and just wait it out, because bars can be notoriously unsafe and we don't want to start the journey doing something really stupid.
The plan is for Denise to keep an eye out of the back of the boat to align the two lead lights to make sure we're heading out over the bar in the correct location. Then the time came for the bar crossing. We are going to go for it.
Yeah, that's good.
Speed's good, steering feels pretty good. There's a braking wave in front of us, but it's dying off. Here it is now, ready? Big one, very steep. And another one, hang on. Very steep. This one's very steep, starting to brake. Hang on. Our helm is 30 feet from the bow, so for that braking wave to hit me, it must have been huge. .7.
The depth is 4.7.
Yeah. Seaway tower, Seaway tower. This is sailing vessel Lukimyu, over.
Yes, sir, Lukimyu, this is the Seaway tower, go ahead.
Just advising we're clear of the bar and heading to New Zealand, over.
Okay, just want to finish there, just confirming you're the sailing Catamaran, is that correct?
That's correct. And we're clear of the bar and now heading to New Zealand, over.
Oh, Lukimyu, have a good trip to New Zealand, the Seaway tower, sharp put up.
Well, Lookie was really good. She actually handled it really well. Steering felt really good, pointed exactly where I wanted to go. It was just us with the butt clenching moment. They were very, very steep waves. Probably doesn't get captured on the GoPro very well because wide-angle lenses tend to flatten stuff off, but certainly when we took that wave over the top, that was pretty nasty.
That's the bar crossing done. It's probably the worst one we've done, actually, including Papua New Guinea, which is saying a lot. Had a nice breaking wave over the boat. Poor Lookie's pretty wet and salty now, which is a shame because she was so nice and clean. Still going through the last remnants of it. Lookie handled herself really well, and none of the crew wet their pants.
Full disclosure, my pants are wet, but I didn't wet them. When we caught that wave, it's got completely soaked. So we're in 25 metres of water now. Once we get a bit deeper, this will settle down into normal ocean swell and waves. So I reckon we've got another maybe half an hour, maybe, and then we get the sails up and start sailing. Join us next week for This is what a potential collision course looks like.
You'd think you'd be able to see the island, but tragically, no.
Morning, Lukimyu. Welcome back.
Hey, Aaron.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends.